Hey, what's going on, guys? Old School Matt here, back with another Water Buffalo training method video, guys. Today, we're having a special guest on our After Hours podcast. During this crazy time with the coronavirus, we got to sneak in one more quick podcast before the real quarantine got down. So just wanted to shout out Brandon Olivera, aka Theofficialkairois. Go check out all of his music before watching this podcast. We try to keep it quiet during this time because my parents were sleeping, and it was kind of like before this whole coronavirus thing went crazy. So I hope you guys are enjoying the content we're putting out, and I hope you guys are enjoying Kairos' content as I lead you over to him. Definitely give him a follow and check out this quick little podcast we put together, talking about some good old times in middle school and talking about his weight loss journey pretty briefly and intermittent fasting and how it worked for him. All right, guys, peace.
What the hell's a water buffalo?
Baby, I'm so damn lost. Feels like I'm so far gone. And I'm really confused.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Old School Matt here, back with Water Buffalo Training Method. Here with my boy, aka Official Kairos.
Kairos, what's going on? What's going on?
We are here during quote unquote quarantine time, trying to just get some content done and try to connect with you guys in a different way. Just trying to keep up the content with Water Buffalo and kind of bring in a different variety of people to our community, because it's not all about just working out. We're all about people that are grinding on what they want to do, whether that be the best person that's selling candy bars or be Mr. Olympia, whatever it is. We respect everyone's grind, obviously, and I'll let him introduce himself real quick. And
yeah, my name is Kairos. I make music.
what's your full name?
My name is Brandon Olivera, but my stage name Kairos.
Well, why'd you choose Kairos?
When I was in, I think it was when I was in middle school at Emerald Cove. This teacher, Mr. Michaels, we had to do.
Oh shit! Yeah.
We had to do like
Share a funny story with it.
quick one-word like presentations.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just on one word, so it was brief, like 30 seconds. The word I got was Kairos, and it meant golden moment of opportunity, the perfect moment. And I was like, I like that. And I was thinking, if I ever did music, because I was toying with the idea back then, that would be my artist name. And then back in October, I started doing music, and I was like, Kairos, there we go.
Yeah, so I've known Brandon since we've been in middle school. Haven't really connected with him since until social media times.
Yeah.
So it's just good to sit down and kind of throw some ideas around. So like he was saying, he's a singer and he's putting out a lot of good content. And we just kind of wanted to just talk a little bit during this quarantine time, kind of kick back, throw some funny ideas around and see what's going on. Brandon was telling me about his weight loss journey when he went from 269 to now he's 230.
No, right now I'm sitting at no, thank God not. Right now I'm sitting at 219.
Okay.
219.
So
It's crazy. I was gaining weight after not being athletic for a while, still eating the same, but not doing sports. So I got to like 230, and I looked at myself and I was like, I still got it. I got to 245, and I was like, I'll wear bigger shirts, but I still got it. And I got to 270, damn near 269. It's crazy. And I was like, nah, I don't like this. I didn't feel comfortable going to the beach, going to the pool. And even when I was active, I never really got too much into like weight training. More like backyard boxing. I like to take kickboxing classes, wrestling, but never took any of that stuff serious either. So I had to develop like a game plan, like how I was gonna do it. And I thought at first I just had to do cardio. Talked to a couple guys who knew what they were talking about, and they said, no, you could burn just as much, if not a lot more, by weight training. Definitely still do cardio, but you're gonna want to do weight training to keep the muscle. If you just do cardio, you're gonna lose fat and muscle, or at least you have a better chance of it. So started doing that. And at first I would do, like, let's say if I was benching, I would do 8 reps of 155, then I would do 10 reps of 165, and then 12 reps on 175. But right now everything's kind of bumped up, so I'm benching like 175 12 times, 185 14, and then 195 16 times. And I do that with all different workouts. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and we were kind of talking, throwing some ideas around. He was telling me about intermittent fasting and how it's helped him a lot. And I don't do intermittent fasting when I want to lose weight, but I just wanted to, it's like weight loss is like you can take a lot of different approaches to it. Obviously, we know that. Yeah. So we were kind of just talking. He was kind of explaining to me how he does like 18-hour fasts. So if you want to kind of explain that, we can.
So.
Who put you on intermittent fasting? I know a lot about it, and I talk about it, and I have before, but I'll let you talk. And
David Goggins, I think, put me on intermittent fasting. He also inspired me, like.
Oh, David Goggins is a savage,
bro. That's how I developed. So I didn't get the weight room routine from him. I just developed that seeing what works, what didn't. Mm-hmm. But I remember him saying, higher weights. Not necessarily your max, but higher weights plus higher reps that's why it prevented him from having such loose skin. Because I'm sure if you know him,
he was fat.
He lost 200 pounds in the span of 2 months or something crazy like that, 3 months. I'm hyping it up, but it was something crazy like that.
He was I think it was 300, but he's a little taller, so he has more.
He's 5'11".
Yeah.
But he.
I thought he was taller. I thought he was
he might be.
I thought he was huge. No, but still, he was I think he was 300 or 310 or something like that.
Yeah, he lost a crazy amount of weight in a short time. But he also was talking about intermittent fasting one time. And I'm the type of person, if I had Lego set when I was a kid, I never read the instructions. So all I saw was you don't eat from a certain time to a certain time. And there was more that he was saying, and I was I'll just try that then. And I didn't know what hour windows were supposedly easier than the other ones. So I just did, I usually don't eat breakfast anyways, I'll just do 12. And I usually don't like eating after 6, so I'll just eat from 12 to 6 and that's it. And then I did that, no problem. Second day, no problem. And now it's probably day 31, day 32.
That's pretty good.
And still no problem. But I looked into it, and that's a pretty dramatic change. But I didn't.
Fasting definitely helps you too. A lot of people get brain fog in the morning when they eat too much, and the carbohydrates raises and lowers your blood sugar and blood glucose levels. Yeah. So you kind of when you eat a regular, quote unquote regular diet, you get hungry more often. So fasting kind of almost adapts your body to being in that state. You could probably fast longer and be fine.
Probably.
I mean? Yeah.
Sometimes I don't notice I didn't eat till I'm always busy. I'm always doing something, whether it's writing music, working doubles. Just last week, I got a haircut. When I say haircut, I got the sides trimmed up. Look at this, come on.
Yeah,
but I did that, and then I got some clothes for the club that I was shortly going to return after the club because broke boy status, but that's going to change soon. But it got to 3 o'clock, and I didn't notice that I didn't eat, so I just went to a Publix and I got a rotisserie chicken or whatever. And then
do you do I know a lot of people that do fasting, they do one big meal.
I usually do two, because I usually make a big meal. And then my stomach's smaller now, so I can't finish it. I probably eat half of it, and then I come back in. But right now what I'm doing, I try to stick to 1,500 calories. And for the first week, it was hard to do that.
It's pretty low.
But
it's doable. It's doable. Yeah, it's doable because you're doing fasting, and then you're also doing almost keto on top of that?
No, I do eat carbs, especially if I I'm doing something crazy push or pull. Those are my insane workouts, or legs. Those main, but if it's a cardio day, I probably wouldn't eat.
No, I feel you.
Probably not.
I do some sort of when I'm cutting, I'll do some sort of an extent to intermittent fasting. My fasting would be I drink egg whites and eat eggs in the morning, or drink egg whites and drink eggs in the morning, and then work out for 2 hours and then come back eat after. But it's different because you're obviously the volume of weight you want to lose is a lot more than I need to maybe lose 20 pounds. You had to lose. You're still trying to get down.
Yeah, I got 60 pounds left to go.
Oh, you're trying to get down to 160?
I'm trying to get down for real 160.
Okay.
But I know I told myself I'm gonna get to 180. See how I feel there.
Yeah, I think 180 is good.
Because my body type's different. They say my weight should be 160, but obviously I don't have
Yeah, you're more if I don't forget if I remember correctly, you were more stockier in middle school. Yeah, so was I. So my body weight, we're probably the same height. For our healthy body weight is probably, I don't know,
like 160 to 175, but like I have muscle, and I know that I'm just naturally a bigger person.
Yeah.
So that 185 to 195, I'll be lean and I'll look good.
Yeah.
Probably around YouTube, probably 180, 185 will be good too.
So that's what I say. I'll get to there and then see how I feel. If I really feel like, no, I'll shed a couple more. That's nothing compared to what I've done so far.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, I think as time goes on, like your diet will change.
It has
the fasting period might get bigger where you're eating a little bit more just to maintain, or you might get smaller.
It's gonna have to. I'm eventually either gonna have to change the macros to adjust to what I am at the moment. Like,
is this the first time you're training ever? Like you're working out?
Taking it seriously, yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I would.
Oh, so it's on top of that, and like.
Yeah, in high school I would like go to the gym for like.
He's got to eat after he works out.
Yeah, I don't do that actually. But in high school I would go to the gym for like a month, and I'd be telling people, be like, "Yo, you need to get on like this shit I'm going to the gym." They're like, "How long you been going?" I was like, 3 weeks, man. Yeah. And I wouldn't go for like 6 months, and then I'd be like, I need to go back to the gym. And I had the membership the whole time, I just never went. Obviously. But yeah, and I just took it serious now because not only was it like a thing of aesthetic where I wanted to look good, but I was also concerned about like my health. 270 at like 5'9" or 5'10", but I don't think I look 5'9.5", but I'll never say that, so I'll just say 5'9", because that sounds like the guy who's like, nah, I'm actually this.
I'm 5'8" and
you're trying to stretch it,
116.
Yeah, I don't like that, but that's not healthy. So
no, definitely. I mean, even for anyone to be 270, unless you're like 270 is a lot of weight. That's good that you want to get down.
Yeah, plus, I mean, like,
it feels good
hard
too.
to get girls at 270. So
you probably feel a lot better, obviously now, lighter.
Yeah.
Even when I'm like bigger, because I'm like 200 now. I was like 222, 223 over the summer. And like I was chubby, but like I was big, but like you just feel better, lighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just feel more like agile and like. I don't know. Like I could probably be 240, no joke, muscle, but I'd be like bulky.
You feel it when you like walk around.
Yeah. You feel. I'm sure you feel a lot better at 220 than you do at obviously than two. But you just like not just physically and like mentally feel better. It's just like the way you move. Like even when you're working out, you feel like almost
more explosive,
more efficient. Yeah, more efficient when you're
more in control. I can feel things. More in tune to things I wasn't before. It's just cool. I can't wait to see what it's like when I'm at 180, because this feels good now. Like I could run for miles and not get tired, and I can't wait to see what it's like at 180. I'm excited.
No, definitely.
That's keeping me going.
But we'll talk a little bit about like middle school and stuff, and throw that around a little bit before we have to close out the quick little show tonight. But no, we used to go to the same middle school, and middle school always brings back some good vibes and bad vibes. But it's funny you were telling me about Mr. Michaels, because actually, like, I don't know if you remember, but I was the kid that got caught cheating in his class. I don't know if you ever remember.
There was always a kid that got cheating.
Yeah, he screamed at me, dude. It's 'cause, I don't know if you remember the essays we used to have to write, like the ones that we used to turn in online. Do you remember those?
No.
I think he stopped it my year.
Yeah,
but like we used to have these essays where you had to write it, and then you'd submit it, and like based off the FCAT, remember, like you used to get scores like 5, 5.5, or 6.
Yeah.
And it would just give you an automatic grade. So like I just took my old essays and I would keep submitting it to like the thing like every week, and after certain submissions it would just keep giving you better grade because like it like felt bad or whatever. Like I would submit it the first time and give me like a 1, and then I would add like a sentence, it would give me like a 3.5, and then I would add a sentence and give me like a 4.5, and I did it all the way, dude, all the way until I got a 6, and then he finally caught on. And like I fucked up because like I didn't know that he had the reports, and I was like, no, I never did that. And he's like, what is this? And he sent me, and it was like the same one I submitted every week. It was hilarious. And I denied it, and like he was like, he like pulled me out of class. Dude, he like grabbed my shirt. Like we had to go to the principal and shit. Like that, the only reason why like I didn't like get like suspended or anything like that was because he fucking grabbed my shirt. And he was like, he's like, you think you're gonna get through this fucking shit? Not today, little asshole or something. Yeah. And I remember I was like a little faggot. I was like, went to the principal, I was like crying and shit, and like they're like, oh no, it's fine. You shouldn't be doing that. And I there was a point where like I wasn't allowed to walk by his class, and I had to go like, or I had Miss Uzenis, you remember her?
The name sounds familiar, but I can't.
Yeah, I had her instead, and I had like advanced English, so like I was put with like the regular kids, but it was straight. I mean, that's how I met my best friend actually.
That's crazy, bro.
But I'm sure you got a crazy story.
No, I do. At first, I thought he was cool because he was like in the introduction, the first day they introduced themselves. He was like, "Yeah, I was Chuck Norris's stunt double or whatever."
Yeah.
He's like, "I was this," and I was like, "Chuck Norris kind of ill. This guy might be kind of sick with it." No. I mean, in hindsight,
No, he was a dick.
Yeah, in hindsight, I don't know. Because like when we're kids, our minds are like warped to what we're seeing. That's why like when we go back to see things now, we're like, this was a lot bigger when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
Dude,
it'd be like now.
I remember Emerald Cove being so giant.
Yeah, and then you really
go
see
back
it.
now,
Like,
it's like
nah. But so he had those little things where you had to study the SAT words. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think so.
And I just never did homework. That was my problem. And with my other teachers like Mr. Burke and shit like that, Mr. Woods for math, like
I
it would,
remember,
it would slide by. But not with him. So I got tired of hearing him bitch at me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I never skipped before, and I was like, I'm gonna skip.
That's crazy.
I didn't even skip like leaving the campus. I hid in the bathroom in the chorus thing, and people would come there like,
he found you?
They're like, I have to use the bathroom. No, he didn't find me. But they like, it's not like skipping in high school where like they don't
care.
check like who checked in.
They're freaking out.
Yeah, they're like,
you're like
this kid was just in this last class.
I know.
Where'd he go? So then, like I'm telling my friends before, like it happens. I'm like, yo, I got Mr. Michaels next. At this girl Valerie, I was like, I got Mr. Michaels. I'm about to ditch that class. You should skip with me. And she was like thinking about it, and then she was like, nah, I feel like we're gonna get caught. And I was like, come on now, we're not gonna get caught. I know this. I know what I'm talking about. And then she was like, no, I'm scared. I was like, all right, watch. I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be whatever.
This is the last period of the day.
Yeah, last period of the day is when they had like the block thing where like the class extended. So I was like, fuck all that. I went in the bathroom for like over an hour. And people would come to the bathroom, like chorus kids, and they're like, I have to use the bathroom. And like, someone's in here. And then they'd be like,
that's so funny.
I have to go. You've been there for a long time, man.
You remember the chorus teacher?
Mr. Bailey? Yeah. Well, Mr. Bailey was the white dude that came in.
No, I'm talking about the gay dude.
And they were both gay. They have to be.
Both gay?
Yeah. Every chorus teacher I've seen, I'm like, you're either gay or questionable. But, so I was in there, and then the bell rings, and I'm walking out, I'm like, I did it. And then I hear, Brandon Olivera, please report to the front office. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? They said my name. I was like,
and did you say anything or you just dipped?
No, well, I was walking by just to wait in the car loop because I think my mom was picking me up. And I'm trying to remember his name, Mr. Fredrickson was like waiting, like looking. He was like, but I was like, I never had a problem with him. So he was just like,
Mr. Fredrickson, the GOAT. And
he was like, I emailed him recently because I
didn't talk to you,
No, I didn't even talk to him. I used to use that track like early in the morning at Thermal Cove, like at 6 or 5 to go running because I don't like running on the treadmill. But it's nice running on that. And they closed it down temporarily, and it said like work done. I came in the morning. I was like, oh come on. I was like, how am I gonna find out when it's open? So I emailed him like I was a parent, like, hey, my kid's concerned. I'm like, when this thing's gonna be open?
Did he email back?
He did. He was like, I'm sorry. He said, I didn't even tell him if I was a guy or girl. He's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. It's gonna be open. And I was like, ma'am, now? You don't even know. You didn't even ask me.
That's he still works here. That's great. His daughter was friends with my sister. Yeah.
But so he pulled me aside. He was like, "We're gonna have to call your parents."
Did you get suspended?
I was like, "Oh, dude." No, I didn't get suspended because like I never had a problem before that. But like I told you when I got in that fight, I did get suspended. Yeah.
That's funny. Anyways, guys, well, we're gonna have to cut you short a little bit tonight. It was just a quick little, podcast. We'll definitely do it again, whether that be over Zoom or not. Me and Brandon have been, quote unquote friends for a long time. We just recently reconnected.
Yeah, dude.
So it's been super dope, and trying to put out some good content. And I'm, definitely, do more stuff with him with his music and whatnot. And
check me out at Theofficialkairois, with Kairos with 2 S's, because you got to find out who took the original Theofficialkairois. Because I can't do that name, and I can't just do regular Kairos, so I have to do
the
official Kairos. Yeah, it's taken by like an account that's not even active, and I
hate that.
Did
you message the answer?
I reported his account for spam like
Did you really?
80 times, and they always respond back like, "There's nothing wrong with the account." I was like, he hasn't used it. And like,
no, I know. There's like so many accounts out there that are like, like people did that. Like they do that and they'll sell the account for like $10,000 or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, he's not the case because I saw his last post was like 2000. 11 or so when it first came out.
Yeah.
Like when when I was in Emerald Cove. But yeah, you were in Emerald Cove back then. So yeah, the official Kairos, 2 S's. I do country, I do R&B, I do rap, and not really pop yet. I'll get into that. I do rock.
I feel like the Rome song.
And indie.
Is that indie?
That's indie, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's low key kind of pop though. I don't know.
It could be, yeah. It could be indie pop. That's a genre.
Dude,
But-
his songs are amazing, and he's a grinder. He's been working. You know, you launch in October. That's when I launched.
September 30th, yeah.
We're kind of like in the same. We're both obviously different from what we do. We both kind of launched our own things at the same time. So we've been grinding. You know, not together obviously, but like emotional
Their own
support.
thing.
Yeah. So it's super dope. You know, we're both gonna grow in our own ways, and it's been a pleasure having him here, just reconnecting and seeing what's up. So within the next couple weeks, hopefully we'll be able to have him on some other After Hours podcasts.
Yeah, give me like 5 months.
Yeah,
I mean, you've been bigger than this guy.
He looks good,
know?
alright.
Yeah.
You got that like I don't remember. You probably don't remember me that much in middle school.
No, I just remember you were into fitness back then, but you looked different back then.
Nah, I was super skinny when I was in high school.
But you were like, so remember like back in high school where you would see someone on skinny but they were toned and you'd be like, oh, they're ripped.
Yeah.
It was like that. I'd be like, oh, that guy's jacked. But then you get older and you're like, oh, that guy was just like, he didn't have body fat.
Yeah. No, that's funny. No, but like, I remember you like brief. I feel like we had a class together.
Probably did.
Did you have Miss Villanueva?
Yeah. I did.
Social studies or whatever. Yeah, I feel like we had that class together.
Probably.
Or something, but anyways, guys, we appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for all the quarantine content the next couple weeks coming up. Appreciate you guys watching. We're out. Peace.
Peace.
Change the fact that I'm gone.
That was so cool, dude.
Doesn't change